This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. For more great podcasts, head over to bigheadsmedia.com.
Previously on TV Tuners.
Dear Lord, I would like some big mommy milkies. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And now, TV Tuners continues.
Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners. It's a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive in the latest in TV news and reviews. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and son, who I guess is into furniture stuff. Was making furniture. What's he doing?
I'm into woodworking.
Yeah, you really...
I live in the woods, and I write manifestos about how recycling is fake.
Yeah, and that won't end poorly for you, I bet.
You know, statistically speaking, there was probably an episode of the original where Walker had to fight Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah, probably at least 2 episodes about that.
But not a two-parter, just the same plot.
Yeah. And with us, as always, of course, is our other co-host and ghost of my dead wife, Kyorain.
Yeah, I was killed, and that's really emotional because I'm dead.
Yeah, it makes me feel emotions.
You're the mystery.
Yeah, you're also, I guess there was someone left a poker chip on your body. Bad call sign.
It must have been the Joker.
Oh,
the Joker known for gambling?
I mean, he's like a card in poker.
I guess. No, you don't use the Joker. Joker card is not in poker.
Why is it in the deck then?
It's not in the poker deck.
Where does the card come from? What's going on? Help!
It's in the deck, but you take it out for most of these games.
What purpose does it serve? Is it just there as a fuck you to the person who bought it? Here's an extra card you're never going to use?
Well, it is useful in some card games, but in most of them, you take the Joker out.
Yeah, like clowns like to play games that have the Joker.
Well, that's the thing, you know. Most card games are no laughing matter, so you don't put the Joker in there.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, but when you just
people die over these things.
Yeah. There's also games where, Jokers are wild. Where they're wild cards and they can be anything.
Wow.
Yeah, those are some real games for clowns.
Yeah, those clown games.
And then there's Mahjong, which does not feature the Joker in its suite of tiles.
Yeah. Let's play Anime Girl Mahjong instead of this podcast.
I'm totally down to do that right now, Keo. Do you have the link?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
right here.
Look for our TV Tuners Twitch stream where we only play Anime Girl Mahjong.
Oh, Swanson would eat shit so hard he can't count at all.
It's true.
I don't know the rules.
It's basically essentially Mahjong is sort of like you basically have a suite like poker, except with 2 extra guys. You have the 4 dragons and 2 whatever the fuck.
Uh-oh.
Are there jokers?
And basically you want to get a certain type of hand by discarding tiles, but your opponent can pick up those tiles you discard for their own hands.
There's specifically no jokers in this. It's
no, unfortunately not, but there are dragons.
I guess that's the next best thing. Yeah, welcome to TV Tuners, where we don't really know the rules to most things, but we are willing to play them and talk about them. And if you know the rules, then you know that you need to go subscribe right now to our podcast.
Also, we do need a 4th player for Mahjong.
Oh, yeah, that's very, very true.
Maybe some kind of 4th host?
What?
Oh. Well, it would be a fifth host at this point. The fourth host has been left vacant in memory of our dearly departed friend, Al.
Yes, rest in peace.
Who totally is definitely dead.
Yeah. Why are you saying it like that?
Well, we haven't seen her since she exploded.
I don't think you need to see somebody after they explode.
Well, if they're alive, then yes, you would.
Yeah, I guess the explosion is a definitive way of making sure someone is dead, though.
Yes.
No,
Top 10 assassination techniques.
I mean, if somebody's walking around after the explosion, like they got exploded, that would debunk the explosion.
And they're just really mad about their dead brother and spilling blood everywhere as they scream.
Oh, yeah, like if the smoke cleared and they were still there.
And they're like, this is interesting.
Yeah.
You'll be perfect for my warm-up. To test out my new perfect body.
So that's what you call a bomb, huh?
So yes, you can go over to our to any of the podcast apps of your choice: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and more. And you can subscribe to the podcast. Anywhere that you find podcasts, we're there, waiting for you to hit that button. Maybe give us 5 stars and a review.
And if you want to give us $5, we also have to buy me a coffee.
That's right, and it's technically a little under $5, but
very much so.
We have we have a thing going now where we do bonus episodes where you buy us a coffee and bonus gets you one bonus topic for us to discuss, whether that be a piece of media, television show. I don't know if you want us to talk at length about mahjong.
Yeah, we can watch that other anime by the kaiji guy. I can't remember his name. Fuck.
Is it like Akagi or something?
Akagi, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Or instead of being a instead of being a down on luck loser, he's the Ubermensch, who's the ultimate gambling being.
Oh.
If you buy us a coffee, Stairmaster will drink the contents of this bottle.
What is this?
Well, you'll find out when somebody buys a coffee.
Yeah. It's probably coffee, though. So yes, it's buy me a coffee / TV Tuners for all that. And hey, listen, if you want to talk to us on the internet, you can also go to twitter.com/TV Tuners.
No way.
Yeah.
Impossible.
We're available on twitter.com where there's tons of great TV content at TV Tuners.
Now, here's the problem with Twitter is the interns.
What did they do now?
I think we're up to 10,000 interns.
Ooh, I didn't even know we had that much room in the cellar.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing is, most of them are not in the cellar. They're just...
Yeah, they're free.
Yeah. You know, this is the internet. They can be wherever they want.
Yeah. A lot of them are free range.
Ooh.
It's just the ones in the cellar are just sending out the login information all across the country.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think it's just the country now. I think we have a couple in Russia now.
This is what we call blowback.
Yeah, how do you normally solve this situation here, Star?
Well, I get some bleach and ammonia, and I mix those together, and I just throw it down the cellar door.
You like to do like a casual little war crime there to solve your problems?
It's not a war, Keo.
Yeah, it's just a crime.
Yeah, it's murder.
But it's a war crime scale regular crime.
I guess that's fair, yeah.
I think by making chemical weapons and then deploying them on large groups of people, you are committing an act of war in some way. Like, that's a war once you've done that.
War on the interns, yeah. I think history will justify it.
And if you don't believe that, you can email us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, the scary thing about this whole thing where we're threatening the interns is it's just going to embolden them. They're only going to start posting worse
just
stuff
like the
after
retail
this.
investors.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have any quips, comments, questions, foresights, or otherwise, you can send them to us at our email address, and we'll read them aloud on the pod. That's tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Kieran?
TVtuner at Stairmaster's house?
That's
No,
right.
Do not
You can
mail
be
me.
like Marshall Carper, who sent us this email. 1 chicken cam plus 5 indies plus 60 streamers equals farming February.
What?
What?
Is this the subject?
That is the subject, yeah. Hello.
Okay, we've got a lot already here.
Yeah, well, don't worry. There's some more to go around. Hello. We were talking to a few of the leads at Giants Software, the devs behind the Farming Simulator series, and were amazed to discover that many of their Farming Simulator esports athletes were farmers by day and streamers by night.
Not true. You made it up. It didn't happen.
Farmers are a vital part of food supplies.
It's true.
And for nonprofits it's true, we do eat a lot of farmers. And for nonprofits like No Kid Hungry, who are working I feel like No Kid Hungry is not a thing. Maybe No Kids Hungry?
No Hungry Kids? Oh, wait, no, that'd be NHK, which would be trademarked by the Japanese news channel.
No Kid Hungry, who are working to end childhood hunger. Agricultural partners are a key of making food more accessible to kids in need. Giants helped us to see that farming and gaming is much more connected than we, or gamers as a whole, perhaps, realized.
How?
Well, we'll find out. Hold on. And thus, Farming February, a week-long celebration of farming and video games, was born.
Wait, wait, hold on a second.
Yeah? What? What? That makes sense. You name a week-long celebration after the whole month?
Wait, what about Black History Month? Are we not doing this year?
No, it's all farming.
Can we compromise and talk about George Washington Carver at least?
It's Farming February. We gave the farmers the shortest month.
Is there more?
Yes, there's a bit more. We're lucky to have a slew of streamers and indies supporting us, and I'm hoping you have room in your content calendar to shine a spotlight on their efforts and help a good cause through press coverage or something as small as a tweet. Even if you aren't able to cover the story, you should swing by our 24/7 chicken cam that we're streaming from a Massachusetts farm.
Oh, nice.
Hey, whoa! You see this fucking chicken here?
Whoa, look at him. He's a little creature.
I'm picturing like Mark Wahlberg with like a, hey, wait, what's up, you fucking chicken?
Hey, what are you doing? It's a little creature. He didn't hurt nobody.
No, it's just a camera pointed at a chicken coop. Let's be real, folks.
Yeah. I could have stopped that chicken if I wanted to. if I were there, that chicken wouldn't have done that.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg after watching Family Guy.
Imagine watching the chicken coop and then just one of the chickens just like breaks out.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Oh, it's like that Wallace and Gromit like chicken movie.
No, it just pecks at the grating and makes a hole and walks out.
A lot less interesting.
This is a very physically viable activity here.
I would feel like I won the lottery if I saw that. If I was at that exact moment, I saw the chicken escape.
True. Anything I can do to help you bring attention to this story, Marshall? Marshall, I think you've done enough.
What are we supposed to ask for?
And hopefully we've shined a light on Farming February, the week-long celebration.
Marshall, I want you to spread chicken feed out in the shape of the TV Tuners logo.
Oh, yes.
And film the chickens eating it.
Yes, email them back to do that, Swanson.
Okay, sure. So yes, Farming February, as of the release of this podcast, has started and runs until February 8th.
That's right. We don't have to talk about slavery anymore.
That's right.
Tell them, for clout, tell them we have 3 trillion monthly listens.
I think they and the listeners know that's not true. So yes, thank you for that wonderful email, Marshall. And thank everybody who is making Farming February a week-long love affair for the farmers and video gamers who love to also farm. All right, well, with all of that out of the way, I guess it's time for our tweet of the week. Us there?
Yeah, that's right. And this tweet of the week comes from Alex Worldwide Keller at the Tower Skin, who writes, I remember this one time I ant.
Ant?
Ant.
So, like, This is, he's remembering a time where he was an ant?
Perhaps in a previous life.
Well, why are you taking this to reincarnation? What if it was just like he's like a druid and he can just
That's interesting.
You're thinking if you
transform into an ant.
Do you think druids often turn into insects?
It depends on what you're into.
Also, would he be like an ant-sized ant or a man-sized ant?
Oh, because one of those is more terrifying than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think if you want to experience the ant life, you probably just become an ant-sized ant.
Yeah, you get down there to ant size and you start sucking and fucking the other ants.
No.
Well, unfortunately, Swanson, most ants do not have sexual capabilities.
They do not have sexual possibility.
That's sad. It's pretty fucked up when you think about it, because ants, if they all ganged up together, they could kill the queen.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't be able to fuck.
Well, only some lucky ones get to anyway.
Yeah. And in this case, it would just be the gay ants.
Do you think...
I guess the gay ants would tell the other ants what to do.
Look, if you're going to be an ant, like, you have to. Or be a queen.
Yes. I would like to be a queen.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to backtrack and say that a druid would be a cool concept for a pro wrestler.
A pro wrestling druid?
Yeah, maybe 6 like wild animals on its opponents. That would be incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know how it's feasible to do that.
It seems like a logistical nightmare.
I was thinking like...
Oh God, he's got the bees!
I was thinking like sometimes they come out as like an animal in like a costume.
Oh, that's cheating though, if you turn into an animal for your wrestling match.
I don't know. The Fiend gets...
Okay, but...
Bray Wyatt's character, the Fiend, gets away with being a literal demon, so...
Okay.
And
Wait, are you saying that bringing a grizzly bear onto the ring to call your opponent's not cheating?
Well, I mean, there is a precedent of tag team matches and people just barging in to interrupt them.
My God, it's a bear! The druid has summoned a bear!
Yeah, why is he trying to wrestle the bear? Clearly he's going to lose.
Stop the match! That man is dead! Literally, he's been mauled by a bear!
I gotta say, this is a big misstep. You're not gonna win any points by putting the bear into submission. He's not even a member of the league.
Oh, Chris Benoit would try to submit a bear, for sure. Would've. I guess I should have said would've.
Just imagine a wrestler shows a feat of superhuman strength defeating a bear, and no one's impressed because he's not a wrestler.
Like, it's just complete silence.
It's the commentator who has to take out the bear.
That's good stuff right there.
They're just politely applauding. Good job.
So I'm tuning in on this bad boy.
Yeah, I'm tuning in too because he's famous and he likes our tweets sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, the art of mystical transformation into animal is always going to fascinate me, so I'm going to not only tune in, but I'm also going to give this account a follow. This is TV Tuners First, folks.
Whoa.
Ooh, I would love to be able to turn into a man-sized bumblebee.
Oh, yeah. Then you could really...
Then I could just gore my opponents
and
enemies and fly away. Okay.
But you have to remember when you're turning into a man-sized anything, you have to remember the, what's it called, the inverse square law thingy machine?
Oh, no.
Also,
well, it's magic, Keel. I have the proportional strength of a bee, but at the size of a man.
You've also got to remember what bee you're turning into. If you are a bumblebee, you only get to gore someone once before your entire insides fall out of your body.
That's not true. That's because bumblebees are so much smaller and weaker compared to the human epidermis. The stinger works fine on their natural enemies. So it's a man-sized bee. I would just impale people and be fine.
Until you met a giant human.
Oh, fuck. That'd be a problem.
Like, what if you got to stab the Big Show?
I don't think I would try that, even as a superhumanly strong bumble man.
True.
Oh, man. I would...
Okay, well, yeah, being a proportionally strong ant sounds like a lot of fun, then.
Yeah. Yes. Especially if you're like a fire ant.
Yeah, throwing cars, biting people.
It's just like City Escape.
Yeah.
So, congratulations worldwide. A winner is you. All right. With all that out of the way, I guess it's time for us to get to the rabble, huh? The Rabble is a segment here on the pod where we talk about what critics and folks at IMDb think of the show we watched this week, Walker, before you get our official TV Tuners consensus. Because
legitimate.
The critics, because the critics and the folks at IMDb, they're below us.
Yeah.
And therefore they're worthy of mockery and scorn.
Their unwashed match is just storming the TV criticism dome.
Yes. And we did create TV criticism. The modern form.
We built this dome.
I like to think of us as standing atop a TV Tuner's. Mm-hmm. I want to call it an obelisk. Is that a good object to sit upon?
Don't those have like pointy tops?
Yeah, we're at the top of it. We are the point.
It's up.
Yeah, well, we're on top of there, like just trying to hang on for dear life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we're the best. In other words,
that's right. So yeah, who wants to start us off with a good old IMDb?
Kyo does.
Well, I do, but before I talk about that, I have something important to ask you guys about. So I had an experience recently that has it's got me shook, and I wanted to know.
I've also had one.
If you can tell me what you think of this, if you've had a similar experience, maybe.
Okay.
I don't want to be alone.
Same.
Oh, that was the experience?
Right, so no.
But that was me the past 3 weeks when I was dying.
Yeah, so I took a sip out of a Capri Sun and I transformed into this like liquid metal being.
Ooh.
And was just in a state of just unbelievable euphoria.
Did you have the proportionate strength of a T-1000?
Yes.
Wow.
But he used it for good.
Whoa! So it's like the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
That's right.
Have you guys ever been through that?
No, but I've heard of this phenomena occurring.
I have been chased by a liquid metal man who was dressed as a...
Oh.
That doesn't...
Yeah, I was just as a cop, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you chased me all the way into the Los Angeles River.
Yeah, and then I did come out with a shotgun and said, "Come with me if you want to live."
No, you said live with me if you want to come.
Well...
And you're like, no.
Did that not happen?
We'll let the viewers decide.
Anyway, what about this review, Kyo?
Oh, yeah. So I've got a review. It's a 10 out of 10 from IMDb titled A Show About Family for Families.
Oh.
True.
By Avi DiLeonardo.
Oh, I thought it was by Vin Diesel.
By Philly Leotardo.
And the review reads, "It's an interesting dynamic to see a multi-generational family dealing with real issues. The show is interesting with thoughtful dialogue and some fun action."
Ooh, name a thoughtful line of dialogue.
Huh. That part where he said that his wife was dead.
I miss my wife, who is dead in the future, but here in the past has yet to be born. Space Cop.
Ooh. Okay. I like that it's Space Cop and not Time Cop.
Yeah, that is strange. Now that I think about it.
There's inherently time travel going on with space travel. Think about it.
I guess. Yeah, when you think about it.
If you're a nerd.
When you think about it, Neil Armstrong, one of the first time travelers.
Well, he did allegedly get high as well. So he was on a trip.
Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I so wait, hold on. That's the whole review?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Wait, what more do you want from a review?
No, I just...
How many people found it helpful?
So I don't know how many people found this useful because by the time I was finished reading this, I was already done with the review. So I figured like nobody found it helpful.
Yeah, probably. That's probably correct. At least for me, personally.
Well, my review is incredibly helpful.
Oh, okay.
This comes from Tanar76044.
Numbers, huh? Here we go again.
Who writes, numbers. Very modern version, 9 out of 10. Ooh. I thought the show was very updated to situations that happen in today's society. It's nice to see a show based on a single man's version of raising a family after losing his wife, and learning how to cope with the loss as well as, how do I do this without her? I loved how Jared's wife, Jen, played his wife at the beginning. Smiley face. There is an actual smiley face.
This review kind of reads like one of Stairmaster's guesses as to what a TV show is.
A single dad.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is, and this is the only review this person has written.
Oh.
And they've only been a member of IMDb for 1 week.
All right, hit me with it. How helpful is this?
105 out of 157.
Oh, that's pretty helpful. Yeah, those situations that all the families go through, like your wife being dead.
And your daughter just trying to go into hiding.
Yeah, just classic situations that we all face.
Fellas, who here hasn't found their wife dead with a poker chip on her corpse?
Yeah, left by, I guess, the Joker.
Why would the Joker have a poker chip? Explain that.
Yeah, it would be the poker.
That's right, Batman. I'm no longer the Joker. I'm the poker. Pick a card, any card. It'll be your death.
That sounds like his name if he was just at the gay club scene all the time. Which would be admittedly pretty cool to see the Joker at a gay club, I think.
Yeah. Gay Joker, better?
I don't think so. I don't trust DC.
There was that Kevin Smith comic where he implied that Joker is literally gay for Batman.
I think everyone thinks that.
Yeah, I think that's not like an uncommon thing,
right? That's
not
even a take at this point.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty lame.
Oh.
Okay, what if it's the other way around? Batman's gay for him.
Well, they're both gay for each other.
No, it has to be one-sided, and if it's going to be that way, it's got to be Batman interested in the Joker.
Joker, I need to know. Is it white down there, too?
Top or bottom? Dun, 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 dun.
I'm the wild card, Batman. You choose.
Alfred, I don't know whether to submit or to make him submit.
What do we do when we fall down, Master Wayne?
We grit our teeth and bite the pillow.
Yeah, that'd be good stuff. Okay. So this is a rare situation for Rotten Tomatoes here, where the critics' tomato meter and the audience score are pretty close to one another.
Oh, what's it at?
Critics are at 31% for this of a bona fide flop, and the audience kind of agrees, 55%.
Oh.
Usually it's way higher, so that's not a great sign. So I'll start with the negative review in that respect. This is from Brian Tallarico of RogerEbert.com.
The guy who made all those video game songs in the 90s.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the guy right there.
Yeah, he sort of transitioned into film criticism, to film and TV criticism afterwards.
You should play a chiptune over his review.
It's startling to say that this version feels like it's even shallower and more simplistic than the one with the star of Delta Force 2, The Colombian Connection.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah. Agreed.
I watched a couple of episodes of
Chuck
the
Norris.
original show.
Oh.
Yeah, but Chuck Norris was there. He was like walking around like, hey, yo. It was an episode where there was a recurring villain who I had not seen before.
Oh, yes, the poker.
Yes, the poker. And it was like, I got out of jail, and I'm not going to do any more crimes now. And he's like, oh, and Chuck Norris is like, you're going to do more crimes. I know it. I know you're going to do more crimes. And then,
the poker just starts killing people with playing cards.
Yeah, then he's like, no, I'm not. And then 5 minutes later, he's like, actually,
I'm going to rob this liquor store.
Time for crime.
Yeah.
Luckily, Walker ran him over with his truck.
Yeah, the end. Good on him. Justice wins again.
I would love to see fan art of Walker versus the poker.
All right, so I've got this positive review last here. This is from one of the few ones I found here. This is from Janelle Oretta of Telltale TV.
Okay.
Even though there are areas that need work, Walker's debut is a strong one. A show like this lives or dies by its ability to deliver intriguing characters we connect with. Walker hits the bullseye there.
What?
Okay. What's intriguing? What's the mystery here? How a man could have his wife die?
That's an intriguing character. Dead wife? That's an intriguing character. You don't see that often.
I mean, she seemed to be a ghost. That's very mysterious.
Yeah.
Brother. We're exploring the purely theoretical concept of what would a man do if his wife was murdered.
Oh, that'd be awful.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen to me.
That would stink.
Cringe.
If that situation happened to me, I would say, this stinks.
It's a good thing that doesn't actually happen, and also it's a good thing that this show decided to explore that for the first time in all of fiction.
That's right. Never before has a woman been fridged in the opening scene of a show.
I regret to inform you, I've just been informed about the existence of Christopher Nolan.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Our whole thing is ruined by the guy who always does that. So yeah, I just remembered important characters like the brother, who I literally just remembered was a person in the show.
Son who loves his dad and will not rebel against him.
Yes, and daughter who doesn't love her dad and will rebel against him.
Yeah, by going to... It was an off-screen
the veranda.
Party, right?
Yeah, an on-screen party with undocumented immigrants.
And then she went to the veranda of solitude.
Anyway, I fear we're
That's the best part.
I fear we're delivering... We're talking too much about this show right off the bat.
We're giving them a delicious taste.
It's true, yeah. Keep them coming.
First one's free.
That's right.
So what was the rating for this review?
I'm glad that you asked, Snare Master, because it's a positive review, but it is a 2.75 out of 5, which is below average.
The check must have bounced.
This is the problem with using a binary system for your ratings, folks.
That's true.
This is something we would never do here on TV.
No, we would never do.
Things are either.
We would never do out of 5. We would only offer. We would never offer up so many choices.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess it's not negative, so it's positive.
Yeah.
In the first iteration of TV Tuners, we gave everything a positive review, but humans were not able to accept that. They kept breaking.
It's true. Now we give everything a negative review.
We made the very solid argument, which was this. You should watch this because it's better than watching a blank screen.
And arguably for most of the shows, that was true. There were a couple where maybe you for Hunters, maybe just watch the blank screen.
Maybe get a little bit of peace and solitude for an hour instead.
Just be alone with your thoughts for an hour. All right, so...
Oh, that's terrifying. No, I don't want that. That's terrifying.
Yeah, actually put on Hunters. All right, so that's it for this for the rabble. Stay tuned. Later in the show, we'll give you the full Monty on what we thought about Walker.
A deep dive.
With all that out of the way, what'd you guys watch this week? Anything fun, interesting?
I watched Master and Commander.
Oh.
It's very slow and atmospheric, but it's a delightful tale of dudes being dudes. And there's not a phone in the moment. Everyone's just enjoying life.
Sounds like TV Tuner.
Yeah. No phones, just 3 guys being dudes.
And a guy with a hole in his skull that keeps quoting Bible verses. That's me.
Yeah.
I thought that was Swanson, the one who does the prayer at the beginning.
No, I forced him to do the prayer at gunpoint.
It's true.
Oh, I thought that's a prop gun. I thought.
Shut up!
It's a prophetic gun. You mean? Yes.
Oh
my God!
And Ned Stairs a prophet, and he has a gun.
Yes.
That's crazy stuff, man.
True.
Yeah. So that's.
I've had visions of Swanson dead.
It's like a boat movie?
Yes.
All right, that's cool.
A big boat.
Oh.
Not the biggest boat.
Not... Okay, hold on.
The bad guy boat is the biggest boat.
Where would you rate that boat
problem.
on a scale of 1 to 5?
I would say it's like a second-class ship, maybe.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't remember the classification, but they had a very elaborate thing back in the Age of Sail, like first class, ships of the line, whatnot. But no, they're on a little frigate with 97 people.
And it's just got wall-to-wall dudes.
Yeah, the sweaty British men sleeping in hammocks.
Oh my god. Oh.
There's some black people, but nobody calls them the N-word, which puts them way ahead of the United States Navy.
Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
And everything, all their food is like covered in maggots. It's not cool.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound as great. All right. What? Anything else?
I watched Donnie Brasco.
Oh.
It's okay. It's got Al Pacino. It's like a white bird. It's like Deep Cover, but for white people.
Oh.
It's got a pro-snitching message at the end, despite the last shot of the movie being the guy looking haunted by his snitching.
That's no good.
Yeah.
Do you think Tony Soprano ever watched this movie?
Yeah. He probably thought he was cool like Al Pacino.
Yeah.
It was 1997, so The Soprano, it probably happened during the events of the show.
So he would think he is like Al Pacino in this movie.
Yes, except without the penis cancer.
Right, because
I got cancer in my prick!
Tony would be like, oh, that would never happen to me.
Yeah. Also, he would be very dismayed at seeing Al Pacino cook for the household. And insisting that men have to do it.
That doesn't make
What's
sense.
the matter with him?
What, doesn't he know that's not his job?
Artie, get a load of this guy!
He would turn it off, I'd imagine, at that point.
He would just turn to Artie and be like, look at this homo!
So, good. Tune in?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, all right.
I gave it a 4 out of 5 on my letterbox.
No,
which apparently only Swanson is paying attention to these days.
Oh. Shots fired.
Yeah. Are you directing that shot at me?
No, you don't have a letterbox. And you can't read either.
Well, I know how to read. I know how to read anime.
Oh.
You mean manga?
No, the subtitles on anime.
Okay.
All right, let's set sail for One Piece.
Yeah, are you saying you watched some anime, Kyorain?
Oh, yeah. I watched the latest season machine of the Attack on Titan program.
Uh-oh. Was there a box?
Was there anti-Semitism?
The box has already, long been resolved.
Yes.
The box art arc is finished.
Swanson, I don't know if you're...
They got in that box, Swanson.
I don't know if you're memeing or not, Swanson, but there was a mysterious box.
No, we've talked about it on the pod before. I've never watched more than 2 episodes of the show, but I do...
Yeah, Swanson's afraid of things that are different.
I'm afraid of big giants coming and eating me.
Okay, yeah, they got the box already. Now there's just war happening.
And there's still big titans who are humans and they're eating people.
They had to literally do a coup d'etat.
Oh.
And then I stopped reading.
Yeah, well, I don't really think that the show is anti-Semitic. It just invokes Jewish people in kind of a...
Very problematic light.
I don't know if it's problematic. It's just kind of doesn't really...
Sort of it's like the Adam Sandler.
But yeah, it's an entertaining program, but it's very bleak and
the bleak existence of Italian.
None of the characters are really very likable, which I think is deliberate. And one of the few characters who isn't a jerk just died. So
nice.
Congratulations.
Oh, that's what you want. You want to kill the characters that are.
Yeah, the Bobby Bacala.
Yes.
Of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, it's just you need to make something bad happen. Just kill the character who nobody hates. Just kill that one.
All right. Well, I this week I finished Lovecraft Country.
Oh.
It was all right. It was a show. It was fine. It was good. It's okay.
Yeah. I remember we obviously watched the first episode on the pod.
Yeah, we did a whole ep on it.
I don't remember that.
We definitely. It was they were
vampires.
Yeah, they were traveling around. They got stopped by cops. The cops got eaten by Lovecraft creatures.
Oh, that's cool.
The real monster.
Nice.
The real monster and the real monster was racism, but then they were also monsters.
Yes.
Which is sort of what life is like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
so they're revealing some kind of big, grand, mystery something or other. Was that interesting, or did it kind of flop?
So the overarching mystery is sort of needlessly complex and like doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. It's a lot of them being like, we need to get this MacGuffin so we can get this other artifact.
So does this directly tie into True Detective?
No, I wish. That'd be very funny.
Oh my god.
The acting in this is superb, obviously, because you got Michael K. Williams and a couple other amazing actors.
Yes, just like The Sopranos.
And
does he jump out of anything or into anything?
Yeah, did he jump out of a 13-story window?
He does jump out of a grave.
Wow.
In his first appearance.
Yeah, that had to be on purpose, right?
Maybe. I don't know. He literally digs himself out of a grave, and his son is there. His son is the lead character, obviously. But yeah, there's fun stuff there.
Nobody says Omar coming though.
No, his name in this is Montrose.
Oh!
So no one says Omar, I don't think, or even implies an Omar.
And nobody says, "How are you going to learn if you don't play the thing through?"
Is there anything as good in television as people shouting "Omar coming"? Or is that the best TV has to offer?
When they're at the bottom being and everyone goes, "Oh!"
Yeah, that's probably closest. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a slight tune in, because even though the story kind of falters, it is not for lack of trying. Like, they are trying to hit it out of the park with every swing. And I gotta give them a tune in for that, because most TV shows don't go for it every single time. So I gotta appreciate a show that is at least.
Can you think of any examples?
Oh well, maybe one that we watched this past week that starts with a W, ends with an Ocker.
Oh.
I don't know what that would be.
Willy Wonka.
That's right. It's his new origin show on Netflix.
Where he's from Dundalk.
So yeah, I would give it a slight tune in. Other than that, I'm going through. I'm beginning Swanson's quest through movies that people have recommended me throughout 2020.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
I watched Palm Springs.
Deep Cover. Oh.
No, I mean movies from 2020.
What a shame.
Palm Springs is an Andy Samberg sort of time loop comedy. It was fun. It was a fun little spin on Groundhog's Day, which is a pretty good. I love time travel stories, and the best comedy version of that is probably Groundhog's Day.
Swanson laugh count.
I don't know, like close to 50 probably.
Oh, that's really good. Like, usually when I'm watching a comedy, I'm just stone-faced the entire time, just watching it, like waiting for it to be done. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, you're waiting for a single laugh that never comes.
That's my life.
Yeah, it's a good little bit here. Slight spoilers. You find it out in the beginning, but still. Samberg they do a little play on Groundhog's Day by having Samberg already be in the loop at the start of the show or movie. Mm-hmm. So they don't say exactly, but they imply he's been there for like 100 years, maybe more. So we already have a character who is already in the know of how everything works, so that when other people get thrown into the loop via his shenanigans, they get to have a mentor figure of sorts.
So he's like a Time Lord.
It's like a time cop.
Yeah, I guess if a Time Lord was like resigned to his fate and
the situation.
Yeah, resigned to his fate and had spent so long in the loop that he actually can't even remember the job he used to have.
That's a tune in for me.
Yeah, I would give it a tune in. It's a fun. I guess it slightly veers into rom-com territory, but they do sort of subvert a lot of the standard tropes. It's fun.
Okay. Maybe I'll watch it in 5 years.
Yeah, I'd give it a tune in. With all that out of the way, I guess it's time for us to get to the news, huh?
Oh my god.
We can skip it.
There's news to be discussed, Stairmaster. We can't just skip it.
Alright. Well, this better be good then.
Look, a lot of important things have happened.
Yes.
People are dead.
Oh, shit!
Well, I mean, yes, that is true, but that's been true for a while now.
Yeah, Diamond Dust Zone is dead or whatever.
Oh, yeah, the guy who played Screech is dead. Stairmaster's brother.
Yeah, John Barenthal.
That's right. Last week we talked about a Game of Thrones prequel. Well, the Game of Thrones-ing doesn't stop there. Now there's a animated series in the works.
Fuck you.
So yes, there's an animated drama set in the Game of Thrones world in the works.
Who's animating it?
I mean, I don't know who's animating it. It's just made by HBO Max.
Oh, fuck that.
It's made by Studio Piro.
Okay, sure, why not? They put out some bangers in the past. I don't know about recently, but...
No, yeah, details on what this entails are extremely light currently, other than the fact that it exists and it's going to be animated because HBO Max needs content and it needs it now.
I'm just hoping for like a super deformed anime adaptation here.
It just looks like Lucky Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, get Studio Keone on it.
I don't know what it's going to entail. Maybe it's like... I mean, if I'm making an animated version of Game of Thrones, I'm going to go more in with the fantastical elements, but who knows what they're going to do with this.
It's going to be Castlevania, but with more boobs.
Imagine they do an adaptation of it, and it has even less need for special effects than the original.
So it's just, yeah, it would just be like a bunch of people like sitting around talking about politics.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we came to the show for.
I guess it's true. No, it'll probably be focused on like stuff that's like... Isn't there a period way before the start of the series that's like where all the weird magic stuff is like really prevalent?
That's like 4,000 years of recorded history.
Yeah, you could probably put it in like one of those like weird fantasy periods where things were like Lord of the Rings.
But then it wouldn't be Game of Thrones. It'd be something else.
Yeah, sure. Maybe it'd be something better.
Yeah.
I think give it to the Japanese.
I think give it to the Japanese. Add a guy in there who wears overalls. See how it goes.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe a girl wears overalls.
Yeah, and nothing else.
Oh, yeah. And you're just waiting for those straps to come down.
Well, they might, since this is HBO.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. They could come down in this. Oh, my God.
What you think about?
So,
season finale.
That's the end of the season. Don't Stop Believing starts playing.
Right before you see the nips.
That's a cliffhanger if I ever heard one.
Oh, people would shoot their televisions for sure if that happened.
But listen, Game of Thrones isn't the only new animated property to return. No, Netflix is getting in on the animation game with a new, way past cool franchise.
Crash Bandicoot is back.
That's right. Him and Cortex are going on adventures.
In the jungle.
No. I'm
wherever he hangs out.
I'm, of course, talking about our friend Sonic the Hedgehog. Friend of the pod.
Oh, my friend. Friend of the pod, Sonic.
Yeah. He's been on a lot of times.
Also known as Eric.
And Sonic Says new series.
Maybe this one will actually get like aired somewhere. Like it's on Netflix, so people might watch it. Unlike the Sonic Boom cartoon, which they aired it Saturday mornings only and didn't advertise.
Yeah, I did watch some of that though.
Nobody wants to see Sonic, Keo.
That's true.
No, nobody.
So this is going to be called Sonic Prime.
Prime?
Yes.
Ooh,
I don't think that's no good.
Crisis on Infinite Mobiuses.
It'll be a kids-focused series from Sega of America and Wild Brain.
Oh, as opposed to the adult Sonic material they've been releasing lately.
Yeah, the hardcore NC-17.
Shadow the Hedgehog executing Robotnik at gunpoint.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Dr. Eggman.
It's set to premiere on Netflix in 2022. It's going to be about 24 episodes, it seems.
That's what we call
hour long.
That's what we call 2 cores in the anime industry.
I don't think it's going to be an hour long, Keo. I think it's going to be maybe 15 minutes to 30.
Not enough. All right, so since this is going to be on Netflix, does that mean we're going to like get like 10 episodes before Sonic puts his shoes on.
Oh, he's just barefoot the first 10 episodes.
Just like hanging out.
He can't run. He can't.
I'm getting blisters.
I wish I could run fast. Oh no, I gotta pop these.
Look,
Tails, come here.
Look, oh
no. Tails, rub my bunions.
Oh, fuck. No.
This is a different type of material, not for children.
I feel far worse right now than I did when I was riddled with nausea and indigestion last week.
No, I was just thinking he was wearing like boring, like he's got brown shoes on.
Oh. And he just gets Adidas. He gets his soap shoes.
Yeah, and then he starts running fast, and now he can take on the evil Dr.
Eggman
Robotnik.
Eggbotnik. Yeah. Netflix's director of original animation had this to say in a statement. Sonic is a beloved character and holds a special place in everyone's heart, including my own.
True.
I spent many hours with the Blue Blur as a kid, and it's a privilege to be able to bring this character everyone knows and loves on a brand new adventure with Netflix.
True.
Wow.
This guy's spitting truth right here.
It's a lady, Dominique Bazet.
This individual is spitting truths right here.
And she's getting buzzé consistently and thoroughly with Sonic, apparently.
Spends a lot of time with Sonic.
So yeah, we don't know what's going to happen here, who's voicing Sonic, all that stuff.
Will Sonic die?
Yeah, who knows? But a new Sonic show is impressive, and maybe people will talk about it more.
Wait, are you impressed, Watson?
I'm impressed. I thought Sonic was done.
I've got a solution that I think will make everybody happy here. I think what they should do is they should hire back every one of the Sonic voice actors, but have them each record the line and then have them alternate which word is being said in the line.
Okay. And you think this would be... And Geel White does this twice? Because he voiced two...
No, it's more than twice. He's on Sonic Underground Adventures and Saddam.
All right, so he does 3 different versions of the same line. And all the other ones do it once.
Wait, hold on. Does that one lady from Sonic CD show up?
Yes.
The one who says, "I'm out of here."
Yes.
Whoa,
I was gonna say that every single character, every single person who's ever voice acted Sonic is gonna have, their words added to this jumble of dialogue that's gonna be produced. For him.
It's a Smash Bros. Ultimate situation. Every Sonic is here.
Yeah, in the same sentence is what I mean. Like, hey, it's Robotnik. We gotta go after him.
I think this could be revolutionary for the business.
Everyone's going to be happy.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they can't do that with Dr. Robotnik.
Oh, yeah, rest in peace. Half those guys.
Or to save money, they could just use the text-to-speech Sonic voice.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Maybe that's why they didn't announce who was doing Sonic's voice.
And they could use text-to-speech as Robotnik's voice. Text-to-speach Ben Shapiro, rather.
No.
Oh, no.
It would have to be Jordan Peterson.
Robotnik is Robotnik would be ashamed of Ben Shapiro, right?
Yeah, Robotnik, you would have to use a deep fake Sebastian Gorka voice.
I mean, Robotnik is a noted feminist.
That's a mistranslation. He's actually a womanizer, which makes possibly less sense.
Dr. Robotnik, known for laying pipe.
Yeah, you've seen all those ladies he hits on in the shows and the cartoons and the movies, games.
I guess he did hit on one in the OVA.
Oh, yeah, I guess. All right, it counts. Confirmed.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so that's it for the news.
Okay. Bye.
So let's get to a segment that is near and dear to everyone's hearts. It's Trailer Blazers. Hit the theme, Kyo.
Let's do it! Come on!
I think Astaire hit the theme for me.
Wow. Yeah, he did. And it sounds like we're about to get two forces colliding, because we're talking about the trailer for everyone's favorite new franchise.
Swanson.
Yeah.
Swanson. We need Kong.
That's right. Not only do we need Kong, we need apparently Godzilla and Kong to fight. Because it's Godzilla vs. Kong. That's the trailer we watched this week.
Oh, I think, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, hey, that's not TV content, who the fuck cares? It was a dumb trailer and we watched it and now we're going to laugh at it.
I complained. I just want everyone to know.
Yeah, listen, this, okay, so the Godzilla franchise is bad. That this, not like altogether, this...
I'm going to snap your neck, you little fucking...
I'm talking about this version of the Godzilla franchise is bad.
Yeah, one good movie, well, one okay movie.
Oh?
And one flop.
But what...
I haven't seen Skull Island, but that doesn't count as Godzilla.
The original was okay, you mean?
Yeah, 2014.
I did not care about that one.
At least it was... At least they kind of did it right.
Oh.
They did it correctly, I guess.
Yeah.
They followed the Godzilla.
It would have been nice if they had, like, interesting people for all that parts, for all those parts where Godzilla's not there, which is most of the movie.
It's way better than King of Monsters, at least.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I don't want to murder everyone on screen in Godzilla 14, at least.
So this trailer, it finally pits the big gorilla man against the big dinosaur boy.
Yes. Never before in cinema has this happened.
That's right.
Is that what we've been waiting for?
It's what we've been waiting for since, what, 1966?
1962.
Okay. When the actual version of this happened.
I never really even considered King Kong or whatever his name is and Godzilla to be even close to the same kaiju strength tier.
Yeah, usually Godzilla's way bigger.
Yeah. And that's the strange thing, because wasn't the big, like, hype deal with the original Godzilla movie was that he was the biggest Godzilla that they had ever made?
And yeah. And then they made a bigger one for Shin Godzilla, and that movie is way better.
Yeah. So yes, the premise of this movie is that they need Kong because I guess Godzilla's here.
I just like the juxtaposition with them like having Kong just shackled and completely limp, and then it just being just like totally just like a nothing presence, and the guy's just like talking over this saying, "We need Kong."
And first mistake, they should have had Kong crucified for that shot.
Yes, of course.
Okay, well, I am grateful to this trailer for one thing, and is that it just gave me what I would get out of the movie in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So I don't have to watch it.
Yeah, I don't really feel like there's a point. Like, what, is there going to be a third monster that they haven't told us about?
Probably.
There's no way they would not include that in the movie unless it sucked.
Listen.
Look, they tried to get us into some mystery about why Godzilla's angry, and I don't care.
Yeah.
What mystery? Godzilla's his own player.
I like the idea, though, that... so first off, funniest part of the trailer for me, Godzilla and King Kong start fighting, and they start playing this, like, boxing entrance music.
Oh, no, that's the only redeeming part because it's so stupid and cheesy.
Yeah, it's...
Which the movie is not going to be like...
No, the movie is going to be bland colored palettes while two CGI creatures just slam into each other for 2 hours.
This color scheme does look like a Zack Snyder film.
Yeah. Why? What is it with big Hollywood films and a lack of color? Can't you just like have like
it's a cost-cutting measure?
Can't you just like make something look exciting?
No, because
look, it feels more real if there's not color.
If there's color, people are more likely to have an opinion about it.
Look, when I go outside, I don't see any colors, and I feel good about it.
Yeah, everything's sort of just like a monotone color.
Well, that's from your years of living in LA, Keo.
Yeah, smog has gotten to his brain.
It's not in my brain, it's just coding.
His eyes.
So, another thing I really love about this trailer, by the way, they have to come up with an excuse for how Kong could match up power level-wise with Godzilla, so they give him a big axe.
Yeah, in the original, they just electrocuted him, and he got lightning powers.
Oh, so...
And it wasn't even on purpose, it was accidental, I think.
So in this one, they're just making him Thor and giving him a big old axe.
Yeah.
Anyway...
Yeah, this whole thing is preposterous, and I'm not here for this.
The original King Kong vs. Godzilla was already meta commentary on crossovers.
And this one's definitely not going to be that, so...
No, it's like played straight.
I did acquire a script of this movie, and I figured out how it ends.
Don't make that joke that everyone's already been doing for the past 5 years, Swanson.
Huh? What do you mean, Godzilla and King Kong team up when they realize that they're both related to Mothra?
Is that the joke?
Yes, people have been making that joke since, 2017, when the film was first announced.
So, can we talk about the scene where they make King Kong sympathetic by having him touch fingertips with a little girl?
Oh, that's
a classic trope in the genre, though.
He's definitely killed millions of people, but it's cute.
Oh, I don't think... Well...
Has King Kong ever killed...
I think in Skull Island, he probably killed some people.
Just people, in an airplane trying to shoot him, though. He's self-defense.
I guess
he's an alien. King Kong's just a big animal, while Godzilla's a force of nature.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, King Kong is also... You're supposed to feel sympathetic for King Kong at the end of that movie. At the end of Godzilla, you're supposed to be like, what do you even do with this?
Well, wait, which Godzilla are you talking about?
The first one.
What, you mean the scene where we're watching him cry out in agony for several seconds as he dissolves and sad music plays?
Yeah, you're
not supposed to feel sorry for him?
Yeah, what are you supposed to do with that? Well, in Shin Godzilla, are you supposed to feel anything for Godzilla?
Well, in the first one, Godzilla is just a metaphor for atom bomb victims. He's basically burnt all over and got fucked up vision and just stumbling around awkwardly. He doesn't really know what he's doing.
Yeah, I guess I feel bad for Godzilla.
I don't. He's a bad guy. Destroy the city.
He saved the planet.
Destroy the city.
Does he save the planet in the original movie?
No. I don't think he saves the planet until, King Ghidorah. And that's because Mothra has to bitch at him to do something.
Mothra talk?
No, yes, sorta.
Oh.
Mothra can communicate through the twins, and Mothra can talk to Godzilla on its own.
The double mint twins, yeah.
Yes. Doubling. It's fun, eh?
Anyway, yeah, so I look forward to the ending of this film where Kong says, what was that name? What name did you just say? And then Mothra flies in and kills them both, setting up a Mothra franchise.
I think it's cool when they're on the aircraft carrier and punching each other.
Yeah, it's just dumb enough that I'm like, that would be fun for a movie that's maybe 80 minutes. This is definitely going to be longer, though.
This is going to be 2.5 hours.
Yeah, there's no way that I want that in my life.
We got to figure out why Godzilla's angry. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
That's what I care about.
Yeah, when writing a script for a Godzilla movie, the first question should be, why is he angry?
I can just see it now. There's a guy reading the screenplay, and he's just like, but what's his motivation?
Why is he angry? Yeah. All right. So, that's that. Tune out.
Yeah, just go watch Godzilla. Just go watch King Kong versus Godzilla instead of Godzilla versus King Kong.
It's Godzilla versus Kong, which is dumber.
Oh, yeah, because he's going to murder Godzilla and become king at the end.
Yeah.
Obviously, to follow up King of Monsters.
Godzilla v. Kong, Dawn of Monster. So, yes, that's that. Get that out of my face. I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, let's watch Godzilla Final Wars.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen, kid, there are two things about Earth that you don't understand. One of them is Kong. The other is Godzilla.
Let's remake Final Wars with Keanu Reeves and Chad Stahelski.
Oh.
I believe in them.
Okay. So yes, that's all of that. So I think we have nothing left, folks, but to talk about the show we watched this week.
Oh, you could cast Jason Statham as the space alien guy who's evil and wears sunglasses all the time.
Okay, so now you're just sort of doing fantasy casting for a Godzilla movie that'll never happen.
The perfect Godzilla movie.
They said it couldn't be done, but I've perfected it.
Look, I want CGI James Gandolfini to be the guy who says that, to be the guy who says that this plan will definitely stop Godzilla, and that it doesn't.
He's the commander of the army.
We need Kong. Hey, listen to me. We need fucking Kong. All right, so this week we watched Walker, the reboot of the classic 90s TV show Walker, Texas Ranger, finds a widowed father who returns after months away to reconnect with his children, navigate clashes with his family, and find common ground with his new partner, while growing increasingly suspicious of his wife's mysterious death.
He does not solve a crime each week.
I mean, he does, I guess.
Yeah, but not like in a fun way.
Walker is available on the CW and is stars one half of the team of the brothers from Supernatural as the titular Cordell Walker. Did Walker give you guys a salute with a roundhouse kick to the face, or did it give you a hat to wear?
It gave me a roundhouse kick to the face by wasting my time.
Yeah.
It gave me a poker chip.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
My corpse.
That's no good. It gave me a roundhouse kick to the face by featuring 0 roundhouse kicks.
I think there's one, but you barely see it because of the camera work at the end.
Oh, yeah, I guess
I didn't catch it, but someone on Twitter said it was a roundhouse kick.
Yeah, Lady Cop does a roundhouse kick, I think. I think you're right.
She kicked a gun?
Yeah, which I guess counts. So they're going by last season of Walker, Texas Ranger rules, where Chuck Norris is doing 0 stunts.
Come on, have someone pull out a knife and get kicked into a bunch of boxes. Yeah. Come on.
It's classic. Now, Keo, you were not here for the Christmas episode in which we watched Walker, Texas Ranger, the original, but you said earlier in the pod that you watched some before?
Yeah, I was sharing a room with somebody who was watching a whole bunch of old TV shows.
Your boyfriend?
Yeah, sure.
And,
Got him.
And Walker was one of those.
Yeah.
And it was good? You were having a great time?
It was more entertaining than this, I'll say that.
Okay. I mean, true.
What?
Agreed.
Yes.
So yes, we open up, we get introduced to a younger, sexier Walker, Texas Ranger. And,
who is doing nothing at all, except board game night.
Is this opening scene necessary?
No.
Like,
I remember the opening scene being he's with his wife, and they kiss.
Yeah, and then she's like, I've got to go do things.
Oh, I forgot to mention, in Donnie Brasco, Johnny Depp fucks his wife all the way up the staircase.
Like they go one stair at a time?
He's like, thump, thump, thump. That's kind of like pushing her up as she's plowing into her. Well, they're making them. I'm not sure if they're full on fucking yet in that scene. But they are definitely sliding up the staircase.
Sounds like it was better
during
than
foreplay.
This show.
Yes.
Yeah, I was fascinated with the scoring they chose for some of these scenes.
Yeah?
Like the opening scene, it sounded like they were just playing some generic music you hear from a commercial.
Well, I think that's the CW generic package that you get, the music package for a CW show.
They just put it in random locations throughout the program.
Yeah, most of what you hear on a CW show can be heard when you walk into an Old Navy.
Yeah, friendly show.
It's just
Old Navy.
This is the music for last minute man spent with wife.
Yes. And these are the pants that you wear for a last minute you spend with your wife.
Yeah, the wife goes off to leave water and food for border crossing migrants.
Yeah, this is one of
which is something very unrealistic that a cop's wife would be allowed to do this.
Yes, and also that it would be, I guess, I don't know. It's not really explained what happens here. That's the thing that is so this opening is unnecessary because you could just open up with him coming back after the wife has died. You don't need to have the scene where his wife dies.
Well, first of all, Swansea, you need to establish that first of all he loves his wife by having them kiss.
Important.
Yeah, it's also important.
But you can have that in a flashback.
No.
It's also important that you establish the wife character because she is so immediately a character and not just a excuse to immediately murder a woman on screen.
I'll be honest with you guys. This show bored me to the point where
I almost gave up 20 minutes in.
I was not able to pay attention to it, even right off the bat. I apologize.
Good luck, Swanson.
There was not much in the middle that mattered, but I did have some bits.
So here's my recollection. Here's my recollection of how this show opened. Yeah. And correct me if I got it wrong, because again, I was paying half attention to it as I watched it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because it was so boring. So she's off getting killed. Mm-hmm. And he's like trying to call her on the phone?
No. She calls him.
At board game night.
Oh, she called him. Okay.
She called him.
He's like, I'm really fucked up because I'm female. Help!
And then he hears gunshots, and I guess it's just like, listen, I can't play board games right now. Your mother just got murdered.
I just remember he was like,
yeah, he does a Rob Lowe and Atomic Train-esque yell when he goes to his truck.
Yeah, is that what you do when your wife dies?
I imagine
you do that, and then apparently you leave your children for 10 months, and then come back as an alcoholic. Who's just hanging out in the back of his truck, because that's what you do when you're a Texas Ranger.
Well, this is real family stuff as far as I'm concerned.
Very true, yeah. Yeah, he goes to the gazebo of penance, where he also later finds his daughter. Where it's just like this, it's just this park with a random gazebo in it, and he's just sort of sitting there, hanging out, getting tormented by the ghost of his wife.
What's the matter, Swanson? You never seen a park with a gazebo in it before?
I've never seen one.
I can't wait till we get to the point where we can talk more about this gazebo, because
I love gazebos. My library has a gazebo out front.
There's never a park I've seen a park with a gazebo in it, but I've never seen a country man use it to contemplate the death of his wife, or as like a shelter for a runaway teenager.
Well, maybe one day when I kill your wife, Swanson, you can try it out.
Well, I don't know. What are you going to leave there as the sign for me to obsess over?
Yeah, I'll just leave a mahjong tile.
Oh, no.
It's the 4 dragons.
I would think Sarah would leave an incomplete gunpla kit.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah. Well,
listen, putting those joints together is very harrowing and stressful.
That would give it away way too quickly, I think. A mahjong, you have to think about it a little bit.
It'll take you probably
that could be
day.
Multiple people in our Discord.
Yeah, gunpla kits, that's 2 people at most.
At 3.
And one of them would never kill your wife.
Yeah, one of them is a wife guy.
Exactly. So yes, they Walker he's a Texas Ranger, and he loves to drink.
Yes.
So we get introduced to his partner, who's Lady Cop.
Yeah.
Imagine a wife guy who kills other people's wives because they're not as good as his wife.
Oh, new spin on
Sounds
Dexter.
like an anime villain.
New season of Dexter. Here we come. I mean, listen,
okay.
I don't know, spoilers for later seasons of Dexter, but he was a wife guy at one point.
Maybe this is what's going to happen to Walker.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's why the poker did it.
Your wife was...
That's the official villain.
Your wife wasn't as good as my wife.
Well, he was on the original show, as we previously established.
Your wife, who I killed, wasn't as good as my wife, who I also killed.
He's the wife guy who killed his
That's right. That's the big twist at the end of the season.
He's always bragging about his wife, who we think is alive, but actually turns out he killed.
Yeah. Well, okay, maybe season 1 finale is it turns out she's dead. And you're like, oh, wow, that gives some semblance to his
don't
arc.
drag it out. Come on.
You do drag it out because this is a crappy show made for...
No, this is a great show. I've decided.
Oh, okay. All right, so halfway through the season, then mid-season finale, you find out that his wife is dead, and then at the end of the season finale, you find out he killed his wife. And then you can have Walker be like, "You sick bastard."
And maybe like Walker's in danger of being married to him via common law or something.
Oh, I was gonna say what you do is you tease all of these moments throughout the season where Walker is about to roundhouse kick somebody, but he's just like, it just doesn't call for it yet. Like it does.
That would be excessive force.
Yeah, and then this guy, he reveals that he killed his wife, and he's like, the timing is right.
Yeah, we just get the classic multiple shots.
Yeah, and the man's head flies off. The kick is so strong.
Yeah, just like too many cooks.
Exactly. So yes,
okay, I was thinking we'd undercut the kick. Like he falls over and he's like bleeding, and he looks up and he smiles at him. And he's like, "Walker, we've been in the same roof for over a month. We're common law married now."
Common law, Walker.
Oh, the episode, the finale ends with a shot of him being forced to kiss.
The film or the season ends with an ordained priest coming out and saying, "I now pronounce you man and man."
Yeah, he just steps out of the closet like Philly Leotardo.
Yeah, good stuff. Better show than this.
Whatever this was.
Yeah.
Wait, what else happens?
That's a tune out for me.
We're not at the end yet. We'll skip through the parts that I don't remember. Basically, we get introduced to his whole family. He has a brother who's like a district attorney. That means nothing. He has a daughter who doesn't like him. That's like the main crux, but their relationship is shallow. He has a son who is like there, and he has two parents, alive and well.
Yeah, sort of like us.
Yeah, sure. Just like all of us, buddy.
I meant us three.
Oh, yes. So yeah.
Watch me jinx it and my parents just die in the middle of the night. That would suck.
Like they just blow up?
Oh no! That'd be awful.
You have to figure out who did it. They leave a poker chip on their remains.
No more.
So yeah, basically a lot of this show is that Walker being like, I'm sad, depressed, and also I gotta solve a half-assed mystery.
He's like, yeah, there's a drug cartel, I guess.
What even was this mystery?
Probably
so, laying it all out here so that we all have it in the details as they occur, I guess. So
the details are not in my head anymore.
They're not very good either.
I'm laying it out.
Like a cop got assaulted.
Yes.
So they go to the block store.
A cop got assaulted by a guy who was driving a truck related to this place.
The box store.
This store where they give away Jesus statues or crosses.
Yeah, just stolen Iraqi artifacts.
But also
it's
the
Hobby
crosses
Lobby.
that they have on display, one of which Walker swipes. A crime, by the way.
It's civil forfeiture.
Contain heroin. So the ones that are just on display have heroin in them. Which is a poor...
What do you think?
I mean, where else are you going to put the heroin, Swanson? Hidden? What kind of operation do you think this is?
Yeah, you're right. Sloppy.
When you think about it, cartels are sort of like the Sopranos, except Hispanic.
They have a very common angle here, which is organized crime.
I would agree with that.
True. So, yeah, they find this very obvious thing out, and then they arrest the people responsible after they pull a gun on him.
They solve the mystery by realizing that one of the guys who fell over in the truck was coated in heroin and was trying to dust it off or something.
Like, I don't get it.
Oh, no, they find out that the first guy they pick up, the one who insults Walker for having a dead wife and gets beaten, was an undercover cop.
Also, what the... Wait, what?
Or maybe it was the other guy. They mentioned that one of the guys was an undercover cop. And that's why they were resisting, because, they don't want to be murdered by the cartel.
I completely missed that.
That's what the show said. So they go back, and they confront the owner of the box store. He's like, I don't know what's going on. And then his wife pulls out a gun.
Yeah, and
there's a really, boring Was this a chase sequence?
It wasn't even a chase. They just
it was like 30 seconds long.
She ran away. She got in a car. She was about to go. Then Walker pushed over a stack of a bunch of boxes that were stacked like dominoes.
Some shelves.
Yeah, that should have just spilled heroin everywhere. And they should have just been like getting high off of it accidentally.
Why didn't they have a scene where they revealed that Walker kept some of the heroin for himself?
Better
show.
Yeah, you just hear that song from The Shield. You don't get through with the game!
I do appreciate that the one thing they've continued from the original Walker is poor production.
Yes.
And nonsensical plot points. Yeah, it makes sense. Because Cordell Walker is the only character that is brought into this reboot.
I think Trevette is like his partner's boyfriend.
Maybe they don't say.
Wasn't that his name?
I'm looking at the cast list, and there's no one named Trevette.
Oh,
I look.
Does it start with a T?
No.
Fuck.
There's a guy named Trey, so maybe.
Oh, I thought they were just saying that short for Trevette.
Maybe. But they don't have anybody from the original series like coming over. Like, there's no CD.
Hanging out.
There's no anybody who's from that show. They're just like, people we want to reboot.
There's
Walker.
no Jesus Christ. That's for sure.
That's true.
Okay, why didn't they bring in Chuck Norris to be like the old like mentor type who doesn't know what to do?
Probably didn't want to do it.
They probably wanted people who could act on the show.
Oh yeah, the shame about their luck on that.
Well, he wouldn't need to act. He would just need to be like, I don't know.
I really did try to find out for a while why they wanted to reboot Walker Texas Ranger, and there's no explanation that I could find. It's just that they decided it was an idea and they liked it, so they did it.
I think so. Somebody listened to the original theme song for the show and they're like, "Oh, that's pretty good. Let's reboot this show
and make the show nothing like that."
Yeah.
I feel like they would just want to make a cop show, but it wasn't good enough, so they put Walker on it.
Well, at this point, the CW's whole deal is just rebooting and making things, right?
Yeah, but I mean, Archie has Archie stuff. Riverdale.
Yeah, Riverdale also has Archie being dealing with a drug that's called Flim Flam or whatever. So.
Oh, that's good. That's on brand, I think. And then that's this sexy hamburger Hank or whatever.
You mean Jughead?
Yes.
Yeah, they do have sexy bisexual Jughead on that show.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm never going to watch that show, though. Fuck you.
No.
Wow.
No, I would never.
Their master's heaping it with all this praise, and he's like, no.
I mean, I don't know. Riverdale's probably better than the Arrowverse, but that's not saying much.
Yeah. Well, it's a show about a guy with arrows. The bar isn't high.
What's Riverdale but a show about a guy with red hair?
It's about a guy with bitches.
True.
It's true.
So
what was the most compelling part of this show for you guys?
The part where the wife died.
When he decided not to take the case and decided to spend time with his family instead, which made me think, why isn't the show just over now?
No, there's a subplot where he's asked to join an anti-cartel task force, and he says that he turns it down to repair his relationships.
Yeah, it's like, he learned his lesson. The show's over. His only problem that was addressed on the show is solved.
No, he clearly has the problem of having to solve his wife's murder.
Yeah, but how's he supposed to do that and spend time with his family?
Well, that's the balance he has to try and strive for.
You can't serve two masters.
Here's the problem. He won't.
But yeah, other than that main plot there's a bunch of stuff where Walker is talking to a bunch of different people about random shit. Most of it dealing with the fact that he is in fact grieving. And then
also,
which is very, very exciting stuff.
Grieving. There's like a subplot about the friend of his daughter's parents getting deported.
Oh yeah, they're undocumented immigrants.
Something about that. Well, this show has a lot of rehabilitation for the police force.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. Because a Texas Ranger wouldn't care.
Absolutely.
There's no way they would care at all. In fact, in the scene where his daughter is picked up for, I guess, heroin, they were picked up for just drugs. They just said drugs.
It couldn't have been heroin. It had to have just been like weed or something, right?
Well, a Texas Ranger would just say, lock her up.
I think it was Nuke.
Oh,
It just becomes RoboCop 2.
Maybe it's Flim Flam, and it's a Riverdale crossover.
I just love how, like, half-baked this daughter plotline is, where, first of all, she gets busted at an off-screen party.
Yeah, well, he couldn't... This is clearly a show that was made in the COVID era, because in every scene where there's in a public place, there's, like, maybe 5 people present.
Yeah, I guess. I just wait, I guess, if you're going to try to produce a TV show like this.
You know, speaking of which, I just read a very good tweet pointing out the government has wasted a year of our lives because they couldn't do a lockdown properly.
Yeah, true.
A year we're not getting back.
Yeah, a year that I definitely would have spent going out and doing things.
You like going out.
No, I don't.
Well, it's kind of hot where you live in Denver.
Also, you know, all those people died. That was kind of shitty.
That's bad too, but yeah, I guess they also lost out on a year.
And plus, yeah, a year plus.
I guess the real victims are the people who died.
Huh. Something to think about. So who are the real victims of this show?
Us?
The wife?
Fans of the original?
Yeah. Which is also us.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you're not a fan?
I like the show.
Big fan.
I was making some statement about the daughter's half-baked plot, which reached a point that made me laugh out loud.
Oh.
Is this the gazebo?
Okay, so we have this off-screen party with, quote, drugs, which she gets busted for, and then that's not even a plot point. She just gets out of it as far as we can tell. Like, nothing happens of it. So that's fine.
Yeah, just like The Sopranos.
Just her introduction. So, okay, so we go from there, and then later on, she's, quote, missing.
Yes.
And we're thinking, like, oh, maybe she's actually in trouble because she was with the wrong crowd or something. But no, she's just at the gazebo.
The gazebo of penance, yes.
Yes.
And he just goes there, and he knows she's there, and it's just like, oh. So that wasn't even a plot point. It was just... She was just rebelling. That's her idea of rebelling, right?
And then we get a big acted scene between the two of them that is definitely, you know, for the Emmy reel. Where she talks about how her mom is dead and he's like sad. She mentions that the only person who could fix their situation between them is dead, and he's just like, why would you say that? Say that.
That is kind of rough. Don't say that to your dad. Probably.
Yeah, don't say that to your widowed father.
Or at least wait a while.
Yes.
9 months is probably not enough.
It is kind of fucked up, though, that he did leave for 10 months. It's the thing where they don't explain it on the show, but in the Wikipedia, they say that it was an undercover assignment, I guess.
Yeah. Like, you know.
Which is probably a lot more interesting than this show was if it was an operation that took that amount of time.
Yeah, why don't you give us that? Cut out all the shit with his dumb family that I don't care about. Have him be an undercover guy who's occasionally talking about how he left his family behind to solve this crime.
Oh, that would just be a movie then.
Yeah, better.
You have to have the boring family stuff to make it a TV show.
Do you, though? Can't you just make a show that's like a movie?
No. That would probably cost money.
He could have been doing an undercover operation that conveniently intertwined with his dead wife's story.
Oh, he has to pretend to be a high school student at his daughter's school.
How do you do, fellow teens?
I would have loved to see Chuck Norris in that role.
Yeah, that would have been good. Also, another nitpick here. Walker at no point has a jetpack.
Well... To be fair, he didn't have one in episode 1 of Walker, Texas Ranger either.
Oh, so built into it, of course.
Yes.
All right. So yes, that's mostly the end of that show. It ends with like him and the family being like, "We're a family now. We're gonna fix up this house.
Yeah. Did we mention that he essentially lives with his mom? What a loser.
Yeah, only losers live with their parents. Confirmed.
The burp.
So yeah, that's essentially the gist of this very very boring show. How do you update Walker, Texas Ranger, and make it boring?
Yeah, this should have been Scott Adkins.
Yeah.
Just a British Walker. He's still in Texas, but he has a British accent.
I think that if you want to make something boring, you make a character's core personality trait that they're sad.
Yeah, I guess. I will say,
I mean,
yeah.
It worked for The Sopranos.
That was...
True. Something to think about.
I don't... Tony Soprano's core character trait is not that he was sad.
I don't know. He's pretty depressed.
Boy. He's sad. He just wants Dr. Melfi to be his mommy GF.
Yeah, he wants her mommy milk.
Yeah, but I think that his core character trait is that he's deeply immoral.
Well, he feels guilt. He just represses it, and by the end of the series, it's just completely non-existent.
Yeah.
Well, being immoral doesn't mean you don't feel any guilt over it. It just means you do horrible things.
Yeah.
And you figure out how to justify it.
And Walker doesn't do any of that.
Yeah. So just watch The Sopranos instead.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a tune-out. This wasn't good.
No good.
I was expecting something like at least half as batshit as regular Walker, but they couldn't even do that.
Yeah, no Jesus.
No Jesus, no Native Americans who are being appropriated.
No weird flashbacks to the 1800s.
Yeah.
And no over-the-top crazy murderer guy who's definitely going to be committing some more crimes today.
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get you. So that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, that's a tune out for Walker. And that'll about do it for this week's episode of the show. But hey, that's not all we got coming for you in our usual weekly span.
That's true.
We've got a continuation of our new bonus miniseries, brought to you via our Buy Me a Coffee page. It's podcast The Origin.
Mm-hmm.
We're going,
and this week someone will die.
Oh, I guess that was true for last week too.
Yeah, that's not great.
Podcast The Origin is us going through the Gundam The Origin OVA miniseries, and we're gonna do our second episode on that based on the continuing story of young Casval. And as he goes through
now known as Eduardo.
What a guy.
He goes through his life. I'm sure it'll be a fun time for him.
He's going to go through a positive character arc.
Yeah, and I'm sure it will be concluded.
I'm sure he won't become like Tony Soprano.
Yes. In fact, I can bet on it.
We'll see.
Anyway, yeah, you can go over there, and if there's anything that you want to suggest for us to watch in a future bonus episode, well, hey, that's what Buy Me a Coffee /TV Tuners is for. And if none of that's interesting to you, then why not just stick around to next week when there's more TV goodness. Until then, keep watching. Bye.
Good night.
It's over.
I found him.
Oh, hey folks. It's time for the TV Tuners Denver Fact of the Week. Did you know that Stairmaster has prevented King Kong from destroying Denver?
It's true. I targeted Aurora. Fuck.